It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Keltek Brewery, and it's a bottle of their Lance Golden Ale coming in at 4% ABV. Something about King Arthur on the back. We'll get to that in a moment. But first, should we get this beer out into a glass and see what we get? Silver bottle cap, and this was the Cornwall Camera Beer Festival Champion Cornish beer. Best session bitter. Sounds good. Oh, nice bit of smoke on the opening. I was watching that carbonation making its way. Still slowly building, look. In the neck of the bottle. I'm not standing here saying it's going to foam everywhere, you know, it's pretty perfect really. Here we go. This glass does have a widget, so I apologise for the raging carbonation. Bit more of a careful pour, mind you. Oh, there we go. If anything, it makes for a pretty looking beer, doesn't it? A widget. I mean, do you ever watch them fireplace videos with the log fires on YouTube? Do you ever put it on the telly for a bit? It's kind of relaxing and nice. This does a similar thing for me. Seeing that roaring carbonation, it's a bit it's a beauty of nature, isn't it? It's a wonderful thing to look at. But it's keeping that head nice and kind of tight, and if anything, building it. It's a golden looking beer in the glass, of course for a golden ale, should. It's a 1 to 2 finger white head. Let's get the aroma. And it smells pretty good to be honest. Nice malty, biscuity, bready nose. A little bit of citrus, a little bit of grapefruit. It smells very drinkable. Should we dive in? Cheers. The beer has got a great foundation. That foundation is the malt. I've been drinking a few of the Keltek beers lately, and there seems to be a theme. The theme is that they use the best quality malts, because I think what happens then, when you do that, when you make that decision to go with the best raw materials that you can get your hands on, it makes for a very, very good beer. And as long as you're doing everything else right, it's a bit difficult to get wrong, to be honest. So to begin with, what you're tasting, and it's the first taste, after looking at the beer, after studying it, after looking at the head and the carbonation and everything else, you're going to smell it and then you're going to taste it. And the initial taste sets the tone for things to come, and that is a lovely freshly baked. I've been to France a couple of times, and I used to, as a teenager, on holiday, my parents used to take me to these to the south of France in these camping holidays. And I remember the one time when we went to one particular place that they had a bakery that used to bake freshly baked baguettes. You might hear this in my reviews sporadically over time. These freshly baked baguette aromas. It reminds me of freshly baked baguettes, because, you know, walking to buy the paper. You remember those newspapers? Don't really exist anymore, do they? Not with the tablets and the smartphones we have these days, the instant information. Anyway, back to the beer. Less of the technology review. So going over to that freshly, to buy the newspaper, to walk past that bakery and to smell that freshly baked bread. used to pop in most mornings and buy a warm baguette. And to be honest, this is what's coming through in the aroma of this beer. It's a freshly baked baguette, biscuity, nutty aroma and taste. And of course, that sets a fabulous tone for the rest of the beer, for the rest of the taste of the beer. Great drinkability, nice carbonation. And I tell you what a widget does, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, that carbonation now has slowed down. What'll happen if say I drink 4 beers, the widgeted beer that I've used will go flat quicker than the others. If you want a smooth, creamy like beer, if you're not into beer with lots of carbonation, then use a widget glass, because that carbonation will kind of escape the glass quicker than a glass without a widget. But if you like a bit of carbonation in your beer, of course, don't use a glass with a widget. But anyway, let's get back to the hops. It's a fantastic quality beer, this. It makes you want to drink pint after pint of it. And I've got friends that I visit on the weekend, and we generally get there for about 1, 1:30. And kids are the same age. Happy days, stick them on the Xbox or whatever, or let them play, and they play good as gold for hours on end. It's a relief for the 2 sets of parents, because we then get to go and hide away in the kitchen and drink lots of beer. Responsibly, of course. This would be the type of beer that me and my friend Chris, you've seen him on the channel lots of times, Real Ale 140. This would be the type of beer we'd start off on. A nice 4% ABV, nicely carbonated, nicely full-bodied. Of course, he's from Cornwall also. Cornish beer. He likes his Skinners, he likes his other Cornish beer, but I'm pretty sure he would like this one. This would be the type of beer we would start off on. Maybe have 2 pints of this, and then we'd go on to kind of stronger styles of beer. And by the end of the night, we're drinking Imperial Stout somewhere, and I'm losing my bag and my money and everything on the train. That's just the way it is. While the wife is a little bit more responsible, that's a word, and she looks after the kids. She makes sure the kids get on the train, you know? Okay. It's good. It's really good. Spicy on the back end. A little bit of citrus. Good quality beer. Really, really good quality beer. And the Cornish water makes the difference as well. Good quality Cornish water. Rating. I've been going at this for a while now. That was Lance Golden Ale by Keltek Brewery. Rating, 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! And cheers.